6:15 in the morning. Getting ourselves up and ready to go. Doing a little cleanup here. Getting stuff out of the front seat for my passenger for the day. It is a whopping 29 degrees out this morning. So we got to break out the warm weather clothes here. So first things first, putting on the got the long pants on instead of my usual shorts first thing in the morning. Yeah, we got our flannel on over a t-shirt. We're gonna grab our coat before we get out of the truck. And hopefully this is my, yeah, that's my load. Good enough. Good. We got a couple of loads here. Then we got 3 individual loads here. So we're gonna get ourselves, get our stuff in order here for the morning. A little bit, we'll do our pre-trip in about 25 minutes here. We'll start our pre-trip. Then we will get a rolling for the day. So, just same day as always, just I got a passenger today. And we're supposedly heading to Ohio with these, with 3 pieces here. So we'll see. So talk to you in a bit. Country bumpkin, little town, rural town, but now starting out, what do you really need? Once you get your first load, you swing by Walmart, pick up what you want.
That's right.
And that's the only problem with one of the biggest problems with when you're doing a permitted load. You can't get to a Walmart. You just can't get off the highway at those places. That's about one of the only things, with a permit load that's kind of a drag. You can't go where you want. You have to be on those roads they specify.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
But other than that, it's not too bad. I've never had them say you can't take this route or that route.
On what?
On a regular legal load.
Yeah.
What you're going to start out with. So if you feel like you need to go a little bit further south to get away from the weather, they have zero problem with that. Like I said, they don't worry about your fuel economy because you're doing heavy hauls, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you still want to max. I don't know if you went salary or miles.
I went per miles, but I may switch to salary. I think it'll be kind of a balance out with what I could drive.
Yeah,
so.
I went with salary. I've had more downtime here than I had in Melton. But see, if you get the miles, you're not really losing it because at the end of 1 year, you get that safety and performance bonus, which compensates for all that.
You said you've been sitting. What do you mean by that?
Well, for the weekend, because I can't load, or I can't deliver.
800 feet, turn right on.
The shipper, receiver, delay the load, whatnot, So I've sat around a little bit more than I ever have.
Yeah.
But like I said, so being on salary, that's not really a big issue. Because I'm going to get the same pay whether I'm moving or sitting.
Continue on this road for
Like I said, at
5
the end of the year, you get that safety and performance bonus. So if you did a lot of miles, you get all that money back anyway. So it's not, to me, it's like it's a win-win. If you're dealing with you have a really strict budget, you know what you're going to get every single week. So it's not a problem. Yeah, Central Mile is great. There are times where I run good. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a big ass check this week. It's like all my bills are auto pay, so I don't think about those.
Okay, yeah.
How much money do I actually need right now? I mean, almost $80 a week. Maybe at the most, and that's my regular food allowance that I give myself because I cook in the truck as much as I can.
Yeah.
Then I have a little bit of money for drinks and snacks. If I want to go out to a restaurant, I can do that without a problem. But definitely offer me salary. I said, yeah, I'll take that.
What do they give you for a salary?
$1,000. Which may not seem like a lot compared to some companies, but like I said, that fuel, that safety and performance bonus at the end of the year.
They gave you $1,000. They gave me $975.
Probably because I have more experience.
Well, how long did you stay in Belgium?
I was there a year and a half.
Oh, that's probably why they gave it to you. I stayed there about 6 months. After that, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to leave you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I left Belgium because I learned pretty much all I felt I could learn.
Yeah.
How many times can you strap down, styrofoam and gold roofing?
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I didn't like the attitude of Belgium too. So.
Oh, really? I mean, I had no problem. So everybody's experience, of course, is going to be different.
Yeah. Guys in Laredo, they get loads before you. They come in later. I'm like, favoritism. I seen a little favoritism. And my last day, a guy who's been there for a long time, I guess he knew Bob and he was dealing with Bob, told me, the guys that haul the different freight from what the new guys or the regular guys haul, they're selectively chosen.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you are actually able to do permit loads there, yes.
Or just even different equipment, like if there's something out of the norm that they,
Yeah.
he told me.
There is a little bit of that. I mean, I was lucky I didn't see a whole lot of it, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's natural, I think, for any company. Yeah, I can trust you to do that. Yeah, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
But that's, like I said, I felt I pretty much learned all I could learn. I've done steel, straw, super sacks, rolled roofing, styrofoam. Like I said, basically almost anything you can do. I've done it, so it's like I can do the same exact thing over and over again. Yeah, I enjoyed the company. The company was good for me, but it's not what I ultimately wanted to begin with. It's not what I started out. From day one of truck driving school, I wanted to do heavy haul. So I started off just swinging the door, doing carpet and furniture mostly, and did local delivery, OTR. Did a reefer load, did a bumper load, did all that. As soon as when I felt I learned enough after a year or so of doing that, I moved on to Melton. Did my time in Melton, learned all I could. And then when I thought I was ready, now move up to heavy haul. And it's, after about a month, then I did my first permit load. Done 4 permit loads so far, so for height, for width, and for weight. So, I'm moving along. I don't think I'm moving too fast. So, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm not overtaxing myself. But I'm learning it as I go, and feeling comfortable with it. They're doing what they need to do. I feel good about it, so it's all working for me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You always have some people out there, they didn't do this, I'm out of here. Settle down, chief. Why don't you try relaxing a little bit? You might actually get what you want. It's not, you don't come here, you're not ruling the roost here. You got to start at the bottom. You don't start at the top. I want this, I want that. There's other ways of achieving that, and you might wind up being better for it by waiting a little bit. You've seen all those guys out there. They treat me like crap. They do this, they do that.
So where you from?
Originally from Baltimore.
Baltimore, oh, okay. Where do you staying now?
Right, temporarily, I'm out of Marietta with my sister.
Georgia? Okay.
So, I was homeless for a little bit. She brought me down. Got helped me get back on my feet. But after a little bit, I'm moving up to Montana.
Wow, why Montana?
I like having winter. I'm not about to get that in Atlanta.
You like the winter, huh? Okay.
2, Baltimore, Maryland stopped really being ideal for me. I'll always consider myself a Baltimorean. But the way it changed over the past several years, the past couple decades, doesn't suit me. The third thing, it's just too crowded on the East Coast. I like a little bit more open like this. Not as rural as this, but I want a bit of mountain. I want more trees than what they have around in this area like this.
Why not Colorado?
Too many hippies.
Yeah.
Too many hippies.
Montana. Okay.
We love Montana, little more quiet. Like I said, I'm guaranteed of having a winter every year. Flathead Lake. You're with the mountains. You got the lake there. There's all the services you could possibly need within an hour. But when I look up in the nighttime sky, I'm not going to see the light pollution. I'm going to see stars. You'll see the northern lights every once in a while.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And just quiet. Peaceful. Not like I said, not as many people. I spent 10 years of my life growing up in Japan. I loved it.
Military?
The military brat, yeah. So, I loved it, but just people on top of people, and it's like, I'm just too old for that now. I want.
So you went to school in Japan?
Well, it was on the base. It was a military school. I was lived off base a lot of time. Always off base, running around, causing havoc. But other than that, it was good to grow up there as a kid. 70s and 80s.
First one, well, I probably heard somebody. First one in a long time said, "Man, you want a winner?"
Yeah. Oh, I'd say I'm from Baltimore. Either we got 3 feet or we got nothing during the winter time. We're in that weird area.
Man, that's the opposite side of the country. Yeah, I got you.
My sister, when she moved down to Marietta, I don't have to deal with winter anymore. Well, that's great.
She said what?
I don't have to deal with winter anymore. I said, hey, that's good for you. You guys,
I think so.
Who knows? Because a couple years ago they had 2 inches of snow and it shut the city down. It's like babies. 2 inches? Come on.
Well, I'm out of Southern California. I was born in Talladega, Alabama. I was born in
I can hear a little bit when you say it.
Yeah. I was born in Talladega, Alabama, but I moved to California when I was 10. Moved back out there when family and stuff. So that's been home ever since. So I consider it home. So I ain't.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a very little time there. I'd say when I was a baby, I lived in Alameda. Because my father was assigned there in San Francisco. You know, been out there a couple of times when I was a kid. San Jose, San Francisco. Been to LA a lot for trucking. San Clemente was out a little bit. Last time I was out there, I actually came out of there through Tehachapi, which was a beautiful place to see. Let's see, June I think it was of 2018, before I switched over to Melton. I had to deal with those Santa Ana winds. Did not enjoy that one little bit. that was hellacious. I don't know how anybody deals with those.
Hold on, what again? What you said?
Santa Ana winds here in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, 80 mile an hour.
I used to live in I'm out of San Diego. I've lived in Victorville, Apple Valley.
Yep.
So when I park the truck, I'm usually in Ontario, and I'm.
Oh, I hate that place. I hate it.
Oh yeah.
The Petro there, or TA, wherever it is, I hated that place.
The Petro is actually way better than the TA.
Oh, I think it was in the TA, but it's like
the TA has a whole lot more parking. I give them that. I like that parking.
Yeah, but I got there because the terminal was there in Fontana, and I was going over to Torrance to drop off to go pick up a load, and the traffic was so bad I couldn't get there in time. So I turned around, and the first place I could get to was there in that place in Ontario.
Yeah.
I went in to go to the bathroom, and it was the most filthy, disgusting place I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, go to the Petro. Yeah.
It's like,
Petro,
oh my God.
Petro has a better truck stop, but the TA just has a lot more parking. They got a lot more parking.
See, I'm a Pilot Flying J. I prefer that one since day one.
Okay.
Loves is kind of my second. Then there's a few mom and pops around.
I rarely try to do those mom and pops.
Most of them are crap. I'll get that, but there's a few of them that are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
There's one out there in Wyoming called Hat 6. Great place. Great place. You walk in there, they redid the entire parking lot. Is nice and smooth. The parking spots are wide. They're made for wide loads. You go in, it's really nice inside.
Is it on the left side?
Well, depending on which way you're coming from. But
if you're going west, is it on the left side?
Well, when you're going north, it's going to be on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They got Sinclair pumps, but it's a nice little stop. Oh, the Pilot there in Gillette, Wyoming. Right there, there's a little barbecue trailer called Joe Bob's. Look what a good barbecue stop in there. Right up there with in Missoula, Montana, Notorious P.I.G.
Yep. It's called what?
Notorious P.I.G.
P.I.G. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big.
I mean,
hey, how do you like Soulman's?
I have been trying to stop there several years.
Oh my God.
I have not been able to stop there yet.
That is one place I will try to stop if I'm hungry. Yeah.
I mean, or
what I'll even do, I'll get a plate for it tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Or later on. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I mean, I got vacuum bags, a little hand pump. I vacuum pack all that stuff. I'll get like the big old. I'll get the extra large platters because whenever I go to a barbecue place, I try to sample everything. And of course, I'm not going to eat it all at the moment. I could, but I don't do that enough already with the Cheetos. So I'll take some up, put them in the vacuum thing. That way they keep a little bit fresher. So
yeah.
But there's been some places I've been to. It's like absolute trash. It's like, how dare you insult the word barbecue? It's like, okay, it's like the top of Monteith, I-24 just north of Chattanooga. Nice big old climb.
Where's it at? At a truck stop?
No, yeah, it's right next to the Pilot Flying J at the top. Exit 135 on I-24, north of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. Nah, I've never been to that one.
Yeah,
I know one that I want to catch in Tennessee. I think it's on the. It's at the TA. It's at the TA. There's a Popeyes, maybe a Subway, a Burger King, all in one. And they got a barbecue inside of the TA. That's the one I really need to try.
I don't think I know that one. Where's it at?
Okay, if you're going north, I don't know. You got the Nashville, and I think what's the other one?
Not Knoxville?
Knoxville. TA Knoxville. I think it's TA Knoxville.
I have actually never stopped at that TA before.
It's up on the hill.
Okay.
You're going north. It's on the right side. You're gonna go up the hill and make another right. But I've been told that's pretty good. I always catch them when they're not open. So
At Caryville? Right, where they got the world's longest fire truck?
no, I don't think
No, not
it's
that one?
No. It's TA Knoxville.
Oh,
I think it's Knoxville. Because across the street there's also a Petro.
okay. I'll have to look for that one.
And then I think on the east side of the interstate, across that bridge that goes over the interstate, there's a I think it's a Pilot or a Flying J.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you go to Caryville, the last barbecue place I stopped was there, and I was thoroughly no flavor whatsoever,
No flavor.
absolutely none. And it was depressing. And you go in, they got the wood smoker outside. I mean, everything was properly prepared. I mean, everything was nice and tender, looked good, but had no flavor. It was like, that was a waste of $25 for the platter.
I bet it smelled good.
Oh yeah, man.
All barbecues can smell good, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can put the wood out there, but if you're just popping in the oven without any kind of seasoning, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
like over here at Trails, the TA or Petro at Albert Lee.
Oh, that's a nice truck stop.
That's not too bad of a truck stop. You got the Loves across the street. You got the Petro there. I stopped there, Thursday.
That's a nice Petro.
And I went in. They got the iron skillet, but they also got the Skull Tavern. It's a little bit of barbecue thing. For Minnesota, was pretty decent. I was happy. Unfortunately, I got the pinto beans. They didn't flavor the pinto beans worth anything. No fat, no bacon, nothing in it. But it was pretty good. I mean, for Minnesota, I give them credit. They did a pretty good job.
I think Albert Lee is one of the best truck stops in the country.
It's not a bad place to stop.
Petro, yeah.
If I
kinda put that-
I would have parked at the Loves, but because I had a wide load, parked at the TA. But it's a nice place. You can find some good deals at that little parts, bargain bin. You can always find some good deals there. So whenever I go there, I'm always digging through that bin for a couple minutes. I picked me up a crescent wrench. Picked up a box of fuses. A box of shrink tube. They always have they're always really pleasant. They're always clean. They're always courteous. You can have almost any. Their selection of food is great.
Which one? You still talking about Albert Lee?
Yeah, the Trails at Albert Lee and Petro. And like I said, you got the iron skillet there, which they have a pretty decent, okay buffet for a truck stop. I mean, it's not as good as Iowa 80, but pretty good. They do a good job cooking there. But then you got the Skull Tavern there, which you get a pretty decent, pretty good ribs, pretty good pulled pork. I haven't tried the brisket yet, but maybe next time I go there.
And that pulled pork in a minute. Oh my God.
Have you ever heard of Mission Barbecue? Well, they're out of Maryland. They're spreading around a little bit more. But when they first opened, I started working there. They do a pretty good job as well.
Okay.
You wouldn't think Maryland would do good, pretty decent barbecue, but It's okay. It's not too bad. The biggest problem I have with barbecue, too many places, people boil the ribs.
Oh, yeah.
That is like a sin against nature. Now that offends God when you're boiling a rib. You know, there are just some things you just should not do. You don't make cornbread and put carrots in it. You don't make a chocolate cake and then put white frosting on it. You don't make chocolate chip cookies and not put any chocolate chips in it. And still call it a chocolate chip cookie. That's like putting mayonnaise on a hot dog.
Hey, people do those things.
I'm not from Europe. They can do what they want. Right, that's... I am very picky when it comes to food, but...
You're going to come across a chocolate cake with white ice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we did that for Labor Day. Screw that, I don't care. You don't put celery in Jell-O. If you like it, when it's high enough, you cut it off, you roll it up, and you ship it out. And then dealing with people. I want a golf course in my house. You really think you're going to get that with what you're starting with? Well, that's why I'm paying you. No, that's not why you're paying me. If you want a golf course, you know how much that's going to actually cost you? I'm going to charge you $4,000 right now. And I told one guy that. He had like 3/4 of an acre. I want a golf course by the end of the year. Okay, here's my price, $4,000. That's ridiculous. I said, if you want a golf course by the end of the year, that's what it's going to take. A, you have to have somebody here every 2 days. B, you need a lot more fungicide, a lot more herbicide. You have to watch for insects a lot more. You have to constantly be cutting it. You have to irrigate all the time. You have to put in the right sub layers in the ground. You have to do this, you have to do that. Well, I didn't know all that was involved. That's why I'm telling you up front. If you want that, we can do that for you, but this is what it's going to cost you. Now, I can deliver that in about 5 years. This is what you have to do. This is what I can help you with, and this will be the end result. You will achieve that eventually, but time will dictate, and you'll spend, I don't know, maybe 20% of that price at the most. But now people can be that some people want it right now. Then when you tell them what it's going to cost them right now, that's outrageous. Well, that's the way it is. And you don't get the most gourmet meal, out of a microwave. You get Hot Pockets out of the microwave. You're not getting beef Wellington. You go to a 5-star restaurant. How many hours do you think they spent before you even thought about going to the restaurant? To sit down for a meal. Now they've been spending hours since about 5 a.m. prepping those vegetables, doing certain things ahead of time, so that when you sit down and order, you're not waiting an hour for your meal. 20 minutes later, bing, bang, boom, it's out the door.
Ahead.
wind. It
2
didn't
miles,
have the
turn
wind.
left on North Evans Road.
What?
It didn't have the wind.
Yeah.
Temperature would be just fine. I mean, it says 40 degrees now. It's just that wind that making you feel colder.
In 2 miles, turn left on Emerald King Julia Drive.
Oh, ready. Now, the things we're picking up here, they've been brought from Dubuque by our shag drivers. So,
They told me. Yeah.
so they'll bring it to here.
Stage them.
Yeah, they'll bring them here. All the paperwork is already done
Speed
for the most
limit
part.
just ahead.
It's just an easier way so we don't have to deal with the guards and their processes there. The shag drivers, that's all they do is back and forth. They don't really go a whole lot of distance.
Yeah, I've been told.
Which kind of makes it, a little bit easier on us, because I've been to Dubuque with Melton. I've been there with Valley as well. It always takes a little bit longer to get through the process.
You said what? Which ones takes longer?
Well, I've been to Dubuque where these machines were built. So, they, like I said, when you go there yourself, it always takes a little bit longer because you got to do the check-in process and all that jazz. So it's, sometimes it's a pain in the backside. Then you got to sit and wait till they call you and all that. But shag drivers, they get in and out a little bit faster. So, this really smooths it out a bit, So we just come here, or there's one other drop yard that I haven't been to yet. So definitely when you just come here and back up to the dock and get to your check-in, it's so much easier. We're gonna have to wait because they're not exactly straight in there. Circle around here.
You know where yours is at? Those?
Yeah, there's a couple of pieces over here. But until those guys are straight, you'll be able to put 3 trucks in there.
You can't park behind them over there?
Yeah, they don't want you parking over that way.
But you unload over there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna load there as soon as the one guy decides he wants to park straight. Alright. Off duty here. But we'll go do the check-in anyway. So on the thing here,
The only thing I haven't seen is this workflow, like messaging.
okay, so when you get your load, you're gonna have two messages for every load. Okay. So you can have the original one, Then you have the additional info. So you really want to make sure you check both of them. So we have 3 orders to go on. So just go through each one of them. And then you fill out the valley.
You get a total of 3, right?
Yeah, I got 3 of them. So these first 2 are going to Ohio. This one is the one to Pennsylvania. So this one needs to go on the truck first. And then, like I said, and these 2 will go behind it. And they basically just fill out and say name, trip number, which is right there, load number. Right there. Tell you, then you can run through and tell you what it is, where it's going, all the information. Serial number. Then you just put down where it came from. So here you don't put the yard, you put where it actually came from. So this is from the Dubuque Center. Then where it's going to, what it is in quantity, what model number it is, brief description what it is, and the serial number. And the same for those 2 as well. So like I said, this one has to go first. This is the one that's coming off last. Then sell the same information there. So go in and talk to Larry here real quick. Okay, we are loaded, we are chained down, we are ready to rumble.
We are.
We're going to head back over to the Pilot Flying J here, get a scale ticket, and then we are going to be on our way. We're riding 400 more miles to go.
I was gonna say, I think there's some stuff I have to get out. Yeah, man, I was gonna say.
Like I said, it's that official DOT piece of paper with that signature from the Waymaster. Too many places. There are some officers who say, "Oh, you did the app. Yeah, they'll let you go with it." But
I'll tell you what it is. Hey, can you call my phone for a second?
Yeah. Tyler, there you go. Is it outside, maybe?
Is it ringing?
Yeah, it's calling.
Turn the truck off. I set my damn phone no fucking move.
We just had it. Because where you had it when we were at the Pilot.
Yeah. Set my damn phone nowhere.
It went to email.
Oh, that's right here, man.
Went
Let's
to
roll.
email. Yeah.
Funny being on this passenger side, man.
Yeah, it's not
It's
not the normal place you're used to seeing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, the lady set up the Catskill app, and what it is, you get an email of the original copy.
Yeah.
It's not it is the original. She said you showed this one to DOT.
Yeah,
And I think I talked to DOT. They was like, yeah.
well, they'll accept it, but like I said, I like having that piece of paper in my hand. I've tried it once, and it seemed to take longer for me. Maybe because I wasn't used to it.
If you seen this, you get addicted to it. I was like that at first. I was like, man, I like to put my ticket in my window up there on the left.
No, I just put it off my bill of lading.
I let them see it when I like to let them see it when I go through. Or lay it. Peter Peace got a nice one right here.
Yeah.
Lay it right there.
Yeah. If that works, I mean, that's, like I said, some people like that stuff. I mean,
You get addicted to that. You don't think you would.
I love automation when I can use it. I mean, that's.
If I showed you, you got to set the company card up. Oh my God. I was addicted to it because I got tired. I got tired of going in.
Yeah.
I don't like stopping too much.
Oh yeah.
So I got to get in, go inside, wait, go back out to my truck, check my truck out, things like that, hit the road. That got so annoying.
Well, I'm so used to stopping every 150 miles anyway. I don't worry about it. Plus, being on salary, I worry about it even less.
Okay. What I do? Pull on there, press that button. It counts like maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You don't even talk to them. Sometimes they'll try to talk to you, but you don't have to say nothing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, seems like when they make it simpler, but the fact that, you know, I like having that person's signature on that original copy. When it comes to paperwork, I try, you know, I just like having that in my hand. You know. If they improved it where I could have one that I could print out on my printer,
miles, turn left on.
that'd be, I think that'd be better, but I just like having that actual, you know, straight on copy in my hands. I know it's probably a bit nitpicky, but hey, what the hell. All right, so we're gonna get up here. Like I said, do a scale. Hit the bathroom, we need it. Then we can boogie.
Yeah, best part. No, that's not the best part. Chaining it up is really the best part to me.
Yeah, that's the challenge, you know.
No, it's the fun part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not fun. But that's the challenge that I want.
Yeah. You're like, okay, yeah, I got you.
You know, how do I do this? How do I make this safe? How do I make myself satisfied that I know what I'm doing?
I'm getting these joints back. These joints right here weren't being used for a while.
Oh yeah.
These fingers.
And the older you get, the worse it gets.
So I want to put them to use.
But you know,
I'm back, man.
you're back, baby.
I like, yeah, I'm back. Okay. Use these hands again.
See, I was climbing trees, landscaping for 30 years. You know, getting back to do something a little more physical is always a good thing.
Oh my gosh, say it again. Especially your knees, stuff like that. Oh,
well, I mean, I rode a bicycle for 30 years. I put 270,000 miles on a bicycle. And my hips will always be a problem for the rest of my life. So that's why I sit with my seat very low.
I think it's because of your bike. Yeah.
Well, my back took a beating, my knees, and my hips all took a beating.
I would think biking will make you kind of better.
Well, 250,000 miles, 270,000 miles on a bicycle.
You run marathons?
Oh, I did races. I did races.
See, when I do bicycle, and I went to look at some bikes a while back, out in the, what area was that? Towards the beach, I think, oh God, you know that beach. Venice. By Venice, they had some bikes out there. I went to look at some, man. The bike prices are crazy. I know there's some up there, but I'm like, man.
Well, my last bike that I bought was, I think it's been $12,000.
Yeah. When I get a bike, I want to get something that's at least good for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt my back. I want to cycle for good benefits. You know?
Oh yeah. Like I said, you know, I was regularly doing 120, 130 mile days.
Turn left on. Road.
7 hours in a saddle. You know, you do 30 years of that. You know, you start getting older.
I was told you want to get your heart rate up.
Oh yeah.
I told the doctor, I said, how do I live forever? He goes,
one, stop eating.
no. He said, man, get your what do you call it? Get your heart rate up at least 15 minutes a day.
Yeah. But also eating a lot less. That is one of the number one things you can do. Eat a lot less.
Yeah.
Because the more calories you take in, the more your body has to work to process it, which does a lot more damage.
Appetite suppressant. You ever use those?
The main thing I do is cinnamon. Cinnamon helps to keep your blood sugar even, which will help control your hunger.
I was told, you know, drinking water too, a whole lot of water and fiber. Fiber, actually, I was told one thing it does is kills your junk food appetite.
Well, you know, laying off the carbohydrates, definitely. Keeping the sugar down to as low as possible. Your main energy source should be fat. That's your prime energy source.
Yeah.
Protein a little bit to help the body repair and do all its necessary functions. Sugar and carbohydrates are almost not needed at all by the body. You know, if you get on a good ketogenic diet, you can maintain that. That's number one thing. Controls body fat, controls your body muscle tone.
You surprised me, man. You said you eat less. You try to eat less as possible.
I typically eat one meal a day. Typically. Now, you know, like today, I'm going to snack a little bit today, but because I had one meal last night. I didn't have anything all day except water. The day before, Thursday, I had 6 eggs. No, 3 eggs. I got
1,000
3
feet.
left.
Turn right on Plaza Drive.
A little bit of potato and a little bit of bacon. That's all I had all day. You know, maybe about 8 ounces of food total. But most of it was fat. And that's the thing, you know, fat is your energy, protein is everything you need to rebuild your body. You know, getting enough sleep is also a big
healthy
thing.
fats, huh? Healthy fats, huh?
Oh, any fat. There's no such thing as an unhealthy fat. People were driven into this idea that fat was bad for you. Fat doesn't do anything except give you energy.
Yeah.
Everybody said, "Oh, fat makes you fat." No, it doesn't. Sitting on your ass makes you fat. Eating sugar makes you fat. I mean, you eat 5 eggs a day with a little small you know, like racquetball size potato, little bit of fiber with from a salad. You know, lots of fat.
You know that's what I really, that's one thing I like to eat is a chicken salad.
Oh yeah.
I try to put chicken on it, at least it'll fill you up. I'm guilty sometimes, I do the crispy,
Oh, hell yeah.
But how many people won't eat salads like that?
Well, and people make the mistake. They think that the breaded crispy chicken, they think it's bad because it's fried. No, it's bad because of the breading of it. Being fried, that's actually better for you. A little bit of that oil gets in there. That's good for you.
Yeah. I ate a great one at Oasis.
Oh, really?
Oasis over there. Everybody ordered a burger, man. They're like, "Oh man." I go, "Man,
You're gonna have a heart attack."
I'm trying to limit it. And they go, "Oh, he don't want to get that dad bod." And I go, "Yeah, man." You know, when I was in Vegas, you talk about eating.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's why I'm like, man.
This is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
No carbohydrates, high in fat, a little bit of protein. This is a good snack for that ketogenic diet.
So you've been doing the keto, huh?
Not as strict as I should be.
Were you ever strict on it at one point in time?
When I was still riding bike, or yeah. I mean,
What got you into riding bikes?
I just I got started as a kid. When I was in Japan, a friend of mine turned me on to to watching the Tour de France, watching the bicycle races, and bought my first bike. And I was addicted after that. And then 30 odd years of doing that. It's like, yeah, I still enjoy it, but I don't have time for it now.
Best thing to do now is get a good walk in,
Oh yeah, gotta
enjoy the scenery.
Oh yeah.
Walk around.
Well, whenever I go in, I try when I'm other places. Hey, have a seat. No thanks, I'll stand. I sit all day long. That's the problem. Still learning where my wheels are.
Hey. You want to push the brakes in?
What? There?
Hold your foot on the brake.
Yeah.
Hold your foot on. Can you do it from there?
Yeah.
And press that button at the same time?
Yeah.
Can? You get an accurate weight.
Oh, don't just worry about that.
Oh yeah.
It's close enough.
All right.
I mean, the weight's the weight.
Yeah. We're not even that heavy.
First way.
Truck number.
1801.
Alright, everybody else, see you on the inside.
Thank you, ma'am.
See how they came to us that time? Yeah. So I usually do that for an accurate weight. At least we're not that heavy though.
I don't see where it makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
Because the weight's the weight. The little bit of air that's pushed out, you're gonna lose a pound, maybe 2 pounds. Since I'm getting out of the seat, I always pull it. If I step out of the seat, I pull it. Now, The main thing is I'd rather have full fuel tanks more than anything else.
Yeah. I'm like you. What I usually like to do, I like to get my fuel in the beginning of my day or the end of my day. I don't like to get fuel during the day.
I don't care when I do it, as long as it's before I pick up my load.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only time I really care. But beyond that, if I know I'm under 30,000 pounds, most of the time I'm not doing it. But since I'm going into Pennsylvania, I just want to make sure I have a good ticket, because Pennsylvania can be a dick sometimes.
Feels good working hard to get back in the truck like this.
Oh yeah. Sitting around on my ass waiting for repairs or waiting for a load. That's waiting to deliver, because I get within 100 miles on Friday, Saturday and Sunday I gotta wait around. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Or even more fun, those idiots who want to close at 2 p.m.
Oh, shippers and receivers. Usually shippers, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's one thing I hate more than anything else. All right, what do I do with my wallet?
Hey, you are paying the car, right? Company car,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Carts is in there.
Oh, okay. Making sure, yeah.
Yeah. The only time you have to pay for it is when you go to a TA or thing and get reimbursed for it.
That's the thing I hate. So I gotta get used to not dealing with them TAs, the loves.
Yeah.
This will be nice though, because they deal with truck stops that I like.
Yeah.
Mainly the Flying J's and stuff.
Like I said, shower power and the points and the ease of the app. Being able to reserve a parking spot if I need it. It's so much easier through the app. And I can roll down the road. Okay, I'm not getting in there until 7:30. Better reserve myself a parking spot.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you reserved too, huh?
I got no problem paying for it. I mean, plus Melton, we were spoiled. Pay for our showers. Pay for the parking. Not a problem.
Yeah.